In this video, I'm going to show you how to put shapes and even images in circles. I've showed you how to do the text in a circle in a previous video, so let's get started. Let's grab a circle and hold down our control key and draw out a perfectly symmetrical circle. Now, this is a circle, so we need to turn it into a path. Go to Path Object to Path. And if you have a stroke around yours, or even if you can't tell, just hold the Shift key down and click on this X to get rid of that. Because otherwise you don't want to have any issues when you take it into Design Space or whichever program that uses SVGs. You don't want to have any cutting issues. So once you have your circle, let's go to Edit, Clone, Create Tiled Clones. Click on that. The first thing you want to do when this box pops up is hit Reset. And then under Symmetry, it should be set at P1 Simple Translation. And under Shift, in the Shift X per column row, you want -100. Enter. And then on your rotation, under Angle per column, this is going to depend on this. These two numbers multiplied need to equal 360. Okay? This will always be 1. So let's change this to 12. And let's do 12 times 30 is 360. Hit Enter. So now we have 12 and 30. And let's click on this again to get our rotation handles and our crosshair. Hold the control key down, left click on that crosshair and pull it down. And you want to hold your control key so that it comes straight down. Once you've done that, hit Create. And now you have circles. All these circles are linked to your original circle, and you have to get rid of that before you can do anything with these. So the best way to do it, because it always stays selected after you hit Create, is just hit Delete on the keyboard. But let's say that you accidentally clicked on this one and now you don't know where your original is, or you can't determine whether it's on the top or the bottom. You can go to Edit, Clone, select Original, and it will select the original. Then you can delete it. Left click, draw a box around them all. You'll get bounding boxes around each one and go to Path Union. And that's now one path that will cut in your cutter. So let's go to our square, hold the control key down, draw a perfectly symmetrical square, and let's go to our arrow, hold the control key down, click on this again, hold the control key down, and rotate it two times. 2 intervals. You'll see it stop for a second. And then click on it again and let's stretch it out. And then let's hold control and resize it so that it's small again. Okay. Now, let's come back over here. Let's change this to 18. So we'll have 18 diamonds, and 18 times 20 is 360, and then hit Create. Now, see that? That's because I didn't bring my crosshair down, and I did that on purpose so that you would understand what happened. So Control Z, click on this again to get your crosshair, hold the control key down and pull it down and hit Create. If these are too far apart, do Control Z, hold your control key again and pull this up a little bit and hit Create until you're happy with the look. And then just hit Delete on the keyboard to get rid of that original. And then you can draw a box around them all, go to Path Union, and that will cut. these are good for monograms. Let me bring this back over. You can choose your circle and hold the shift and the control and draw out a circle on the inside, and you can go to your align and distribute panel, select all of that, and hit center on vertical axis and center on horizontal axis, and then deselect everything. You can use your deselector, just click off somewheres on your page and select that circle, and then let's open the fill and stroke, and let's go to stroke paint and turn that on, and then let's go to stroke style and let's give that about a 4-point stroke, and then let's come down here and click on this X, and it will get rid of the fill on the inside, and then we can choose the blue for that ring by holding shift and clicking on blue, and I'll close out fill and stroke, and then you know, you can union those together and you can use this for a monogram to put on the inside. There's a lot of things that you can use this, oops, sorry about that. You want to group those that you can use this process for, okay? To make some pretty cool stuff. So let's try it with an image. I got a Google image, I don't know, years ago now, but that's the one I'm going to use. This is an anchor. So I'm going to resize that and make sure it says path and it says group. So I'm going to ungroup, and then I'm going to select it all to make sure that there's only one anchor. And when you save something in Inkscape, like when I saved this anchor, it automatically grouped it. I didn't group it. Inkscape grouped it when it, you know, exported it to my file. So that's one thing you want to make sure, is that it's a path. And then click on it again to get your crosshair, hold the control key down and pull it down. Now I'm going to do this time, what did I do, 12 and 18? I'm going to do 36, and I'm going to change this one to 10. And then I'm going to actually pull this down a little bit further, because now I'm going to have 36 anchors in a circle. And that wasn't even far enough. So I'll hit Control Z, even though that looked kind of cool. Pull it down a little bit more, hit Create. And now they're almost together. Hit Control Z, Control, pull it down a little bit further, and Create. And now they're just touching, which would be good for weeding purposes. But however you want it to look. And then hit Delete to get rid of your original. And remember, if you've lost it, just go to Edit, Clone, select Original, and then draw a box around it all and go to Path Union. And you can resize them, whatever shape, size you want them. And those will cut in your machine if your machine accepts SVG files. So I hope you'll play around with it. You can come up with some pretty neat ideas for it. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.